Hello and welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to study about occurrence of metal and extraction of metal, and we will see some general information about metallurgy process. These topics are under ICSE standard 10 syllabus. So what is the occurrence of metal? Metals are remain in the earth crust in a mineral form. Sometimes when metals are reactive, then they are in a combined state. For example, sodium metal, calcium metal, potassium metals, those metals are reactive. So they will be in the combined state, or they will be along with some another negative element, they were in the compound form in earth crust. So that means they are in a combined state. Whereas some metals like noble metals, gold, silver, all these metals are noble metals and they will occur in natural state, or they will be there without combined state. That means they are as it is in earth crust, because their reactivity is very low. So it is depending upon metals reactivity, that how much it is reactive, that many impurities or that many negative ions will be associated with that. And along with that, the extraction process will also differ as the metal reactivity will differ. So all these things we are going to study in this chapter. So let us start with some basic terms which we are going to use in metallurgy process. First of all, what is a mineral? So the compounds of various metals found in nature associated with their earthy impurities are known as minerals. Minerals means one metal will be there and along with that impurities will be there. So this combined compound is known as mineral, and this compound is naturally occurring in earth crust. From there we are taking it and we are purifying it and we are taking metals. So that process is known as metallurgy. Now ore, the naturally occurring minerals from which metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently. That means that particular metal in that ore or in that earth crust or in piece of that earth crust should be in high amount, so that it should be profitably, because this process, extraction of metal from its impurities, is very tedious process and it requires so much effort and it requires so much large scale industrial setup. So it should be profitably. That means the percentage of metal should be high in that particular ore and it should be convenient. That means with easy 2 or 3 or 4 chemical reaction, we should be able to extract those metals from that impurities. So that is the meaning of profitably and conveniently. Again, what is the ore? The naturally occurring minerals from which metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently are known as ore. So in earth crust and in any mineral, if the metal percentage is high such that it will be profitable and convenient to extract that metal, that mineral is termed as ore. Now next, metallurgy. What is metallurgy? The extraction process of metal, matrix or gangue. So silica oxide or mud will be with ore and that mass is known as gangue or matrix. Now flux. What is a flux? Substance added to ore to get rid of gangue. We need to separate gangue from our metal. So for that, whatever substance we are adding, that substance resulting in formation of fusible compound, that is known as slag, and this whole process is known as flux. All these things we will discuss again when we will see a stepwise extraction process of metal. So let us see a stepwise extraction process of metals. So basically there are 3 main steps in extraction of metal or in purifying of metal. First is dressing of ore, second is concentrated ore we are converting into oxide form, and then last from its oxide we will get pure metal, and that is reduction. So let us see a first step, that is impure ore we are making concentrated ore. So in that 4 types of process will be there. First is hydrolytic method, which is we are doing by density, that with the help of density we will separate the impurities. Second is magnetic separation. In this iron ore we are separating from its non-magnetic impurities. Third one is froth flotation, and in this we are doing preferential wetting for impurities and we will separate it out. Then last one is chemical method. In this we will perform certain chemical reaction and will use sodium hydroxide and will separate impurities. All these 4 methods we will see it in detail. Then second step, once our ore has become concentrated, there are multiple types of ore, and it is depending upon which type of impurity present in that ore. For example, we have zinc metal and it has 2 types of ore. For example, zinc sulfide and zinc carbonate. Then this is termed as sulfide ore of zinc. This is termed as carbonate ore of zinc. After this video, I am giving you a chart in which some certain specific ores are mentioned that you have to remember the molecular formula of ore of metals, which can be asked in multiple choice question or in fill in the blanks. So those molecular formulas you need to remember. That what is the name of zinc sulfide ore, and similarly there are so many more. So here we were talking about extraction. So it is depending upon which impurity is present in ore. So accordingly our extraction process will change. If it is a sulfide ore, then we are performing certain different steps, and if it is carbonate ore, then also we are doing certain different steps, because when we are eliminating sulfur and when we are eliminating carbonate, then the steps will differ. So here if sulfide ore is there, then we are doing roasting, and when carbonate ore is there, we are doing calcination. So in this step we are making sulfide ore or carbonate ore into oxide form. So we are converting our ore into oxide form in this second step. Whether it is sulfide ore or it is carbonate ore, we will convert them into oxide. So when it is zinc sulfide with excess oxygen, we will convert it into zinc oxide. And when it is carbonate ore, then in absence of air we will perform this reaction and we will get zinc oxide. So this is calcination, this is roasting. This happens with presence of air and this happens with absence of air. So this is known as roasting, whereas this is known as calcination. Now third step, when we got our oxides of metal, any metal, whatever metal we are extracting, from second step we will get oxide of that metal, for example zinc oxide. Then now any metal oxide we will get, that metal oxide we will separate it from its oxide in this reduction step. And again here we have to check its reactivity also, because if metal is very reactive, then bond is very strong, then we require some extra effort to separate it from its oxide. Whereas metal like mercury and silver is there, then its reactivity is low. Then with simple thermal decomposition we can separate them from its oxide. For example, mercury oxide is there, then we will heat it and we will get mercury and oxygen separated. So this type of metals we will separate with thermal decomposition. Little more reactive metals like zinc, iron, lead and copper, all these metals we can separate from its oxide with the help of reducing reagents like carbon. So with the help of carbon we can separate them from its oxide. And the metals like this, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminium. These metals are very reactive and they are placed top of the reactivity series. So by electrolysis process we can separate them from oxygen. So this is based on how much metal is reactive and how much its bond strong with oxygen. Based on that we are choosing the process. So the metals which are very reactive, we are performing electrolysis. Metals which are less reactive, we are performing reduction reaction on them, and metal which are least reactive, by simple thermal decomposition we can separate them from oxygen.